Hey guys and girls, welcome to a third HTML5 inline SVG tutorial, which is a part of ifactner.com HTML5 and CSS3 tutorial series. I would like to tell you that if you would like to download the code and the graphics which we will create in this tutorial series, then you can go to ifactner.com and download the codes. In this part of HTML5 inline SVG tutorial, we would be making a new HTML5 file, and we will be using SVG tag, and we would then make a rectangle by using the rect tag within the SVG tag. So let's begin. I am using Notepad++, and you can also download the free Notepad++ from their website. In Notepad++, I click on File menu and then select the new command, and a new file opens in my Notepad++ working area. I click on File, Save As, and give a name to my file, which is ifactner-svg-rect, and I select in the Save As type dialog box hypertext markup language. Now it would save my file in .html format, and I click on the Save button. I would make an HTML5 document. Therefore, I tell my system that its doc type is HTML, and we know that we start our HTML documents with HTML tag and end our HTML documents or web pages with HTML tag. There are two main parts of HTML web page, that is the head and the body tag. Head tag is basically used to give the title to our page, to give meta tags, description, keywords to our page, and we can use scripts and style sheets tags in our head. Whereas the body tag is the main component or the main thing which or the main meat of our web pages, and these are the pages, these are the content which a user sees on our page. In the head tag, I give a title to my page, that is ifactner tutorial of inline SVG, because we would be using the inline SVG code in HTML5 to create our graphics. I have already told you that we can also make or create SVG graphics using graphics program, and then import them or embed them using the object, iframe, or image source. But in this tutorial, we would be using inline code to develop our SVG graphics. Once I have given my title, I go to my body tag and start my SVG tag, and SVG tag is represented by SVG. And it is always a good idea to give an ID to your elements. I would not be using the ID tag to refer to my SVG element, but if you would be using internal styles or external style sheets or JavaScript to refer to this SVG, then it's a good idea to give an ID to your SVG element. So we give an ID of my SVG, and then you can specify the width and height of your SVG element. So I say that the width of my working area would be 600 pixels or 600 points, and the height would be around 400 pixels or 400 points. And I can use the namespace, which would be XML and S. We will discuss what is a namespace and why do we need to refer to the namespace hyperlinks in a short while. But let's write the code. XML and S equals to http://www.w3.org/2000/svg. If you do not give the namespace, XML namespace property in your tag, even then your SVG will work. And in these examples we do not need to give this namespace, but it's a good idea to do that. And we close our tag with the SVG/SVG. I save my file and then I go to Run menu and then select Launch in Chrome command, because I'm using Chrome as my browser. So now our new file has been created, but we cannot see the background of our SVG or the background of our page. It is due to the fact that SVG inherits the properties of its parent element, and in this scenario the parent element is the body tag, which has the background color of white. That's why we have got the background color of white in our SVG element. But if I would like to change the background color of my SVG or other properties of my SVG, then I can do that using the inline styles or the internal style sheets or the external style sheets. For the ease of understanding, I would be using the inline styles for my SVG elements, but in the real life it is not recommendable. So either you should be using the internal styles or the external style sheets. And if you would like to know how can we do that, then please refer to my HTML5 and CSS3 tutorials. So I write style for the internal style, and I use equals to and double quote, and I say that the background color of my SVG element should be yellow. So I write background color property should be yellow. I end my statement with a semicolon and then apply double quotes. I save my page, I go to my browser window and click on the refresh button, and now you see that we have an SVG working area of 600 by 400 pixels and whose background color is yellow. Similarly, you can apply the outline to your SVG element, and you can change the border style and so on and so forth. And you can apply margins, padding, and what else or what not you would like to do to your SVG element. Now let's discuss about the namespaces. So as SVG uses the XML to define the coordinates of its shapes, therefore we would be needing namespaces. And what is a namespace? And why do we need it? Let's discuss it. Let's suppose that we have got two XML files and we have given the same node, for example table, in both of our files, but to refer to different entities. And in future, if we would like to use both of these XML files or concatenate them and use them, then we will be facing the problem, because now the table node would be used to refer to two different elements. That's why we need a namespace. And namespace is just a simple text like h.table for the first XML file and r.table for the second XML file. So this h colon or r colon is called the namespace, and usually we refer to the namespace hyperlink to tell our browser to follow the instructions from this hyperlink, which is in case of SVG www.w3.org/2000/SVG. Right now we are not using the namespace in our very simple examples, therefore we can always delete this XML NS property. So in the next tutorial we would continue our discussion and we would be drawing the rectangle within our SVG tag. So please join me in the next ifactner.com HTML5 inline SVG tutorial. Take care. Bye bye.